The NASCAR Camping World Truck Series heads to Talladega Superspeedway, and we see a lot of controversy near the end of the race with a driver picking up their first career NASCAR Camping World Truck Series victory. What's going on, guys? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. I just got done watching NASCAR Camping World Truck Series race from Talladega Superspeedway. We're going to go ahead and talk about the end of this race. So, near the end of the race, it came down basically to the last couple laps of the race, where it really came down to late race restart. We had Ben Rhodes and I believe Christian Eckes on the front row. As it came to the white flag, they were basically leaders. Brett Holmes actually had the lead coming off of turn number 4, coming into the checker flag. Then all of a sudden, carnage started happening. Matt DiBenedetto basically goes to the inside because he basically gets forced below the yellow line by Ben Rhodes. He comes up the racetrack, and there's a caution thrown about 100 laps from the checker flag, and they have to review. A lot of people initially thought, including some on social media like myself, thought maybe Brett Holmes had won the race because he had crossed the finish line first, and I thought Brett Holmes was the actual rightful winner. But then you go back to the replay, and NASCAR throws a caution 100 feet before the checker flag. Takes NASCAR a little bit of time for them to go ahead and throw the yell and basically decide who actually won the race, but it would actually end up being that Matt DiBenedetto would finally, after multiple years of waiting for that first win, after trials and tribulation, after unfortunately getting kicked out of the Cup Series and not being able to race in the Cup Series for 2022, joins Rackley WR Racing this year and finally picks up that first victory in the Camping World Truck Series. Now, I understand that this win is going to be very, very controversial for Matt DiBenedetto, and it's very understandable because you can argue maybe he said he went below the yellow line. But if you watch the replay, he actually did get forced below the yellow line by Ben Rhodes. So I would think maybe there's a possibility of a penalty coming for Ben Rhodes as well down the line. But we're not sure if they're going to penalize him or not. Probably by the end of this, when this is out, there probably could be penalties coming for Ben Rhodes. We'll have to wait and see. Then going back over and talking about Brett Holmes, I do feel terrible for Brett Holmes because Brett Holmes, in my opinion, they should have kept it green. And if they would have kept it green, Brett Holmes would have went on to win the race. And I feel bad for Brett Holmes. I think he ended up finishing second or third. If Ben Rhodes doesn't get penalized, I think he finishes second. But I believe Brett Holmes will finish second in the race. So he still gets a really good finish. But it is good to see an underdog team win. I will say this, whether you like Matt DiBenedetto or not, and yes, I was critical of him last year with some of the controversies that he had kind of been involved. But whether you like Matt DiBenedetto or not, it's really good for a smaller team like Rackley WR Racing, who's shown some speed at points this year. I'll go back to the truck race at Charlotte where they were actually running legitimately in the top 5, and NASCAR where they had a really strong truck, and the couple other races and the trials and tribulations that he's had to go through over the last couple years. It is really, really good to see that Matt DiBenedetto finally picked up his first career Truck Series victory, first win in the top 3 series, and good to see him win. There were a couple other headlines and stories that I do want to talk about. First of all, that NASCAR pit crew member that went across the track, Hailie Deegan's pit crew member, I hope he does get another chance to really prove that he doesn't make that mistake again, but it was a really dumb decision to go back on pit, come off of pit road, and I think that's one of the big things that really did play a major key in ending. And then, of course, we need to talk about the really scary Jordan Anderson crash. That was extremely scary, very dangerous wreck. Jordan was trying to hop out of the race truck. I understand what Jordan was trying to do. It was really, I just hope he's okay. In my opinion, I'm really hoping that Jordan Anderson is okay after that, because that was extremely scary. So my prayers do go out to Jordan Anderson, and I do feel really bad for him, and my prayers do go out to him. I think they said on the broadcast, they reported that he had suffered some burns, and he got transported to the hospital. We still have no update on him. Hopefully he will be able to recover and maybe get to race again, but really just unfortunate there. And then finally talk about the Carson Hocevar situation. That was completely stupid by Hocevar. That's not the first time he's done it, and NASCAR should have parked him. I get that it's good they penalized him, do not get me wrong, but they should have absolutely parked him for the rest of the race. That was completely foolish and completely stupid by NASCAR to not go ahead and penalize him and park him for the race. Well, they penalized him, but not park him for the race. But regardless, going back and talking about it, congratulations to Matt DiBenedetto. He's worked really hard to get where he's at. Mass congratulations, but man, these controversies and stuff, it's not a Truck Series Super Speedway race or a Super Speedway weekend without some sort of controversy that happens. But congratulations to Matt DiBenedetto on picking up his first career top-tier series victory and becoming, I believe, like the third or fourth guy to win their first truck race this year. I think back-to-back winners with Majeski winning last week. So congratulations to Matt DiBenedetto on picking up his first career NASCAR Camping World Truck Series victory. So anyway, that's going to be it for today's short NASCAR Truck Series race review. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel, notifications on so you be notified when a video does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Links in the description below for that. And comment below your thoughts on today's race. What are your thoughts on today's race? Let me know below. Let me know your score in the comments below. And congratulate Matt DiBenedetto on picking up his first truck victory. Let me know in the comments below. I will have one more video out on the channel later today. I will have the NASCAR Xfinity Series race review out. We'll do a little more of an in-depth analysis on that race. We'll talk about that. Then, of course, tomorrow we have the Cup Series race review from Talladega, and we got a lot of other news to talk about, including around NASCAR safety on the next-gen car. So anyway, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys next time for some more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.